You've fallen out of love with the house that once stole your heart.
I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Everything I see needs doing.
You have a domestic dilemma that's turning mealtimes into councils of war.
I don't feel I belong here.
There is nothing more to be said.
One of you is determined to stay.
If I'm not getting what I've got here, or why am I going to move?
I would definitely love to stay here.
The other is desperate to go.
It's just so not going to work.
It's a battle being fought up and down the country, which is why we're intervening.
With one simple question, will you love it?
Or will you list it?
I'm heading up Team Love It, and it's my aim to convince you that the money spent on moving can be better used transforming your existing home.
Well, you know what I'm about to do. Watch me, Phil.
You're going to get the sledgehammer out.
It's all about clever redesign and spending your money wisely.
I'm really speechless. It's somebody's home, but it's my things in it.
While I'm captain of Team List It, showing our homeowners the benefits of moving, tempting them with dream houses that are well within their reach.
I'm going to tell you, spot on.
Actually, I'm speechless.
But after 2 months of Kirsty spending their hard-earned cash on refurbishment and me tempting them to sell up, who will come out on top?
Are you going to love it?
Or are you going to list it?
Let battle commence.
Talk to the hand.
I could never...
Face ain't listening.
The face rarely listens. For the first time ever, Kirsty and I are going head-to-head.
And with a 15-year relationship under our belts, I know just how tough this will be.
Phil has this extraordinary ability to see what people really want from their new house. He can see what they can't express.
There's no doubt about it, Kirsty is going to be very tough competition here because she loves knocking down walls. She adores changing layouts of properties, and I have to say she's very good at it.
In life, we all have to have something to strive for. I'm striving to stay one step ahead of Phil Spencer.
Kirsty's going to have to work hard, which she's not really used to. So I'm looking forward to this. Bring it on.
This week's battle of Love It versus List It brings us to the birthplace of rugby league. Say hello to Huddersfield, West Yorkshire.
One of the interesting things about this job is we never know what we're going to be faced with. Will they be sane? Will they listen to reason?
I know what you're about to say, and you can just sip it.
Actually, the people we're here to help are Retail Technical Director Dawn Wellm and her husband, science teacher Paul Campbell, who, along with their 5 children, are fast running out of room.
You know, moving in here was the right thing to do at the time, but we are literally outgrowing this space.
And I understand that there's things that might need tweaking.
They're not, it needs knocking down, starting again.
And while that might be a slight exaggeration, they do have 5 children to think about. Paul's twin girls, Beth and Kira, who regularly come to stay, as well as Tyler, Oscar, and more recently Ophelia, who was born in the playroom.
We had Ophelia down there, and it was just an amazing experience, and for her to be born down there, and it was just amazing.
What's not so amazing is the layout. Despite this house boasting a whopping 1,900 square feet, its 3 reception rooms and 4 bedrooms are scattered over 5 floors.
It doesn't work for us as a family, it doesn't work for the kids, it doesn't work for me and Dawn.
And it's frustrating, is this house, because the rooms are on all different levels. It's like herding cats.
But while Dawn's desperate to find a house that actually works for her growing family, Paul doesn't want to part with 8 years of memories, or the perfect location for his favourite pastime.
I love my astronomy, and this house is just amazing for astronomy. I can go out in the garden, I can align my telescope straight up to Polaris, Pole Star, and see it no problem.
It's not all about dark skies.
No, it's not.
Clearly, Dawn and Paul are at loggerheads, which is exactly why we're here.
Oh, here we are.
It'd be embarrassing if this isn't the one, Phil.
Oh, morning. Good morning.
Morning.
We thought that was the front door.
Yes, that's what everybody else does, yeah.
How do you do? Paul. Phil, very nice to meet you.
Hi,
Dawn.
Dawn.
Hi.
Note to self, do something about the entrance. It's in the wrong place and you have to walk past their laundry.
Yes, I'm sure the new owners will love you for it. Let's get to the kind of nuts and bolts of it. Who wants to stay and who wants to go?
I want to stay.
I definitely think it's time to go. Basically, we're outgrowing the size of the house, really.
This house can work with this space, even though I know you think it's a bit tight, but I think it can work because it's a reasonable
I think
big
it
house.
can work. My great thing is that most people live in a tiny percentage of their houses. And that if you make some gentle alterations, you can much better utilise the space.
Gentle alterations with a sledgehammer.
Now they know what to expect, it's time I saw this house for myself. Because for the next few months, our love it or listers are putting their hard-earned cash in my hands.
No pressure, Kirsty. Meanwhile, I genuinely do think moving is the best option for this family.
Oh, Phil, this is a lovely kitchen. I can't see why anyone would have a problem with this.
What about the view? Look at that. You can see for miles.
If Dawn and Paul do decide to leave this view behind, their budget for a new home is £550,000. But they'll need to add to that £17,500 in stamp duty and moving costs of around £8,000.
Meantime, they're prepared to invest up to £80,000 in renovation if I can solve this house's layout problems and increase its value.
So again, no pressure also.
Well, you know what I'm about to do. Watch me, Phil.
You're going to get the sledgehammer out, whatever's behind it.
In this case, the study and the dining room.
Given that there are often 7 people in the house, it's actually quite small, given the size of the kitchen, which is generous. And there's no view out of that.
Meanwhile, go up another level and you'll find the living room, which I suspect no one actually uses.
Though at least we finally located the original front door.
This should be a really cosy, lovely, snug room for watching telly. This is just a nice room that they admire on the way through the house.
To test that theory, we set up cameras to see how the family actually use this house. Unsurprisingly, most days this room barely gets more than an hour's use. In fact, for almost half the time we filmed, the entire family are squashed into the dining room. No wonder Dawn's unhappy.
But the house's unusual layout is even more of an issue when it comes to the sleeping arrangements.
So what's going on here?
What have you got there? Bathroom?
Yeah, very nice family bathroom. Big bedroom with an ensuite shower and bath.
Really?
Yeah.
But I'm in the mum and dad's room. What's the ensuite for?
Well, not the master bedroom by all accounts. Have you got a bathroom up there?
No, that's the problem. The bedroom configuration is all room. What have you got down there? 2 bathrooms?
Two bathrooms, 2 bedrooms. This would not be an easy house to live in.
So my challenge is to create more living space over fewer floors. Reorganise the bedrooms and sort out the fact that the bathrooms are both on the 4th floor. Even so, I still think I can save Dawn and Paul money. Currently, their home is worth over £460,000. I'm going to suggest they spend around £40,000. That's only half their renovation budget, but it could give them the perfect family home.
Though despite Kirsty's design skills, I'm still convinced selling up is the best option.
Well, what would it take for you to leave this house? What would you need to find in another house?
I would need to find somewhere that I can do my astronomy, because down here there are no street lights. This place is dark on a night time and it's brilliant. It would have to have some sort of wildlife or farmland nearby, because Tyler loves that sort of thing and Baby loves cows.
That's a lot about the outside of the house and the position of the house. What about the actual kind of practicalities of inside?
I see practicality for that.
I don't do practicality.
We need family space, Paul.
No, I agree with you, I agree.
Fortunately, their budget of £550,000 is definitely one I can work with. But I'll need dark skies and clear views top of my list. The houses will also have to offer at least 4 bedrooms, as well as a layout that's even better than the one Kirsty plans to create.
We know where we are. We know what we've got to do.
I certainly know what I've got to do.
I still can't see how on earth it can be altered to kind of make the house work for us.
I'm sure she's got some good ideas, so I'm keeping her fingers crossed and positive that she can do her magic.
I'm going to make this such a palace that no one is going to want to move. Not even Dawn.
Not even Dawn?
Not even Dawn.
I'd be surprised and pleased, but more amazed than anything.
Can I find something that will motivate Paul to move? I don't know. I reckon I can have a dog.
I don't think there's much that would motivate Paul to move, I have to say, but Dawn is the driver of this bus.
All will be revealed.
All will be revealed.
Good
Go
luck.
on, skip off. Down the garden path, on a fool's errand, a wild goose chase, and any other idiotic cliche that I can come up with.
In Huddersfield, there's a battle raging over this house. So our job is to help Dawn, a retail technical director,
and her husband Paul, a science teacher, to call a ceasefire and decide between 2 options.
They can either love the house they already have after investing their hard-earned cash in major renovations in the hands of yours truly.
It doesn't work at all.
Or they can ultimately list what will be a much more saleable property. Because while Kirsty spends the next 2.5 months renovating, I'm going to inspire these two with dream homes. Armed with a budget of £550,000, our first stop is the character village of Newmill, nestled in the Pennine Hills.
How about this? It's bright and sunny, and we're going property searching.
Oh, I think it's fab. And we're in Yorkshire.
We're also just 10 minutes from their current home, but even that might be too far for Paul.
Exciting to get out and see some new houses, isn't it, Paul?
Yeah, it's quite interesting to look at what other people have, yes, and then compare it to what we actually have and think what we have is amazing.
Yes, but I have a trump card. Currently, they're living across 5 levels. I can reduce that to just 2.
Here we go, everybody.
Exciting.
Come on. Come on.
All I need is for these two to keep an open mind about the fact this house is only 11 years old.
I know you prefer character because that's what you have at the moment.
Yeah.
But I wanted to show you this because I just thought the layout is absolutely rock and roll.
On the market and on budget for £550,000, this stunning home offers 3 reception rooms, a designer kitchen at its centre, and 4 double bedrooms. In other words, it's everything Dawn wants, but is it enough to convince Paul?
Come on in, shut the door. See what you think of this. In terms of the layout, which is why I particularly liked it, this really is the big hub of the home because all the living space works off the kitchen. Everybody can be doing their own things.
I love it. Absolutely.
It is really nice, I'll give you that.
You can imagine you're
I
cooking, someone's doing homework, somebody's playing the piano, and yet you're all still in the same place. And that is what you'll never be able to do at home.
Well, that's what they're trying to do at home, isn't it?
I'm preaching to the choir with our Dawn, but clearly Paul's going to be a tougher nut to crack.
There's kind of patio and dining area here, enjoying the view.
So time to talk astronomy, which also means a spot of mountain climbing.
I tell you, I wouldn't get Kirsty climbing up here in her heels.
And while the views are breathtaking, literally, I have to confess, Paul, this is one house hunting specification I've never come across before.
So that's where all the stuff rises up. We get the moon rising, we get the planets rising. Western horizon's great. I think it's very limited. I don't think this is right for setting up.
I hadn't appreciated the different horizons would offer you different things.
Well, they offer different things throughout the year.
You're in good company.
Despite Paul's astronomical disappointment, it's made absolutely no difference to Dawn, who I suspect is used to getting her own way.
I like the fact that we're all on the same level.
Right, but...
All on the same level. I think the rooms are much bigger. They work better for us.
Paul's face and his whole demeanour is telling a story, poor man, because he's seen how giddy Dawn is and he's seen how strong this first house is. I think he's probably just starting to appreciate that his hopes of staying where he is at home are falling off a cliff.
Or maybe they're being pushed just a little.
Do you know, you find so many barriers, don't you?
I'm not finding barriers. I want to stay where we are.
Sorry, Paul. Ain't gonna happen, mate.
I love it, love it, love it, love it.
Well, like I've said to you, if it works for the family...
List it.
If it works for the family, it'll work.
If this is only your first choice as well, you've done a cracking job, Mr. Phil.
Well, thank you, Dawn. I aim to please.
Yes, well, you have done.
One of you at least.
I do like the house. I do really like it.
That's good.
But not as much as I love my other house.
There's no comparison.
Something tells me this'll be the first of many arguments ahead.
Meanwhile, back at base, I have big plans. My ambition is to transform this 5-level rabbit warren into an open-plan, modern family home.
Dawn and Paul and the kids are spread over 5 floors. Imagine trying to get out of the house in the morning when the kids' stuff could be on any of 5 different floors. It's madness.
To reconfigure the entire house will cost them at least £40,000. But as we know, moving isn't cheap either. They're looking at over £17,000 in stamp duty, agent fees of over £5,000, conveyancing and removal costs, add 2.5, so a total of around £26,000, which Paul believes is dead money. And if they want to make changes to their new house, then they need to consider that cost as well.
So I've been all over this house, and I think I can really alter it so that it works for you and you don't have to move. Yes. And what I've got here is the drawings of a very clever pixie I know.
My aim is to give everyone in the Wellm-Campbell clan both individual and family space, so that far better use is made of the entire house. I want the ground floor to be open plan with the kitchen at its heart, and surrounded by a brand new terrace. Meanwhile, reinstating the wall on the next floor will create both an intimate sitting room and a proper entrance hall. In the basement, I want to add another loo and make the family room into a study or guest room for when Paul's twins, Beth and Kira, come to stay. On the second floor, Oscar's ensuite bathroom will be turned into a bedroom for Ophelia, meaning all 3 children are on the same level, which means up top, Ophelia's old room will become a bathroom for Mum and Dad.
We'd never even considered having a bathroom for you or I, or an ensuite.
No.
Everything is up for discussion, and it really is trying to fit everybody in so that everybody's got their own space.
Cheers, Kirsty.
It's a pleasure.
In fact, I'm not sure fill services will actually be required.
So you're beginning to feel the chill?
Well, out here it's cold, yes. I bet you've been nice and warm in there, cosy, promising them the world.
I have, yes. I promised them the world, and I will deliver it, and you won't.
I bet you have overpromised.
I have not overpromised. I have not overpromised. There's only one person around here that's overpromised.
No.
Oh, I'm going to find you a wonderful house, don't you worry.
You've got to deliver. I've been out there seeing houses. This is a very achievable brief. Whether I'll be able to achieve every element, I'm not quite sure, and whether you'll be able to achieve every element.
I can achieve every element. I can feel your fear. I can smell it.
God, dearie me.
Three weeks on, Dawn and Paul have decided to go for it. They're even happy to go to the top end of their budget. That's £80,000 if needed. Mind you, we can save money on the kitchen, as these cabinets can definitely be reused. It's just everything else that's going. Though with her home now in bits, it's not surprising Dawn's feeling a little stressed about the changes.
Well, I haven't seen what's behind me, But I can see what's to the left of me, and even the sight of that is making me think, what have we done?
Dawn's not alone. Most people undergoing major renovation feel exactly the same way. But trust me, it will all be worth it. Won't it, Paul?
I think I'm looking forward to going around and seeing a few other properties, and looking forward to then coming back and Dawn having her mind changed and saying, do you know what, this is an amazing place.
With weeks and weeks of renovating stress ahead, I have more than enough time to convince both Dawn and Paul to move. Though to really impress the astronomer of the family, this time round, I'm increasing the altitude. I'm taking this search to Castle Hill, which boasts more than 4,000 years of history and some of the best views in Huddersfield.
Now, what do you think of it up here, then?
Oh, stunning.
It is stunning.
It's pretty special.
Right, look at the, look at the views.
Yorkshire.
Yeah.
The views.
But imagine seeing it from your sitting room.
Now, forgive me, but I seem to remember somebody saying something about wanting some views.
Well, you have surpassed yourself with your horizons this time.
Uninterrupted the entire way.
Wow.
That is amazing.
Fortunately, the house is just as impressive. Only 10 minutes from their current home, it's perfect for school, work, and their friends. What's more, this Grade 2 converted barn offers 3 large reception areas as well as a dining kitchen. There are also 5 bedrooms. And best of all, at £530,000, it's 20 grand under Paul and Dawn's budget. Kapow!
Come into the kitchen.
Ooh.
Kitchen dining space. There's eating area there, but there's also through here, which is a kind of dining hallway.
Okay.
Oh, I love this floor. Oh, I love this floor.
And then you've got the double high and the view of the castle, the tower.
Giddy aunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
Unlike the last property, there's no shortage of character and there's definitely more than enough room for a family of 7. But the layout is a tad unconventional.
There's lots and lots of rooms to explore. There's rooms that lead off rooms, there's 2 different staircases. It's got a bit of kind of uniqueness. I mean, it's Grade 2 listed, so it's got lots of history and there's a sense of responsibility that comes with that.
Can you do responsible?
Sometimes.
Okay.
While it's hard not to be charmed by this house,
Oh, this is pretty.
the question Paul and Dawn really have to ask themselves is whether the layout works.
Coming into this and seeing it's all higgledy-piggledy. I do like higgledy-piggledy, but there's higgledy-piggledy and then there's higgledy-piggledy.
And this is the second one. Yeah.
It'd be great for your astronomy.
Do you know what? The astronomy aside, I know this house wouldn't work for us.
So now you see
What?
your astronomy's not the most important thing.
That's it
I know
was.
it's important to you, but...
Well, I think we just made a major breakthrough. Though, if you think my job just got easier, think again.
Oh, the cosy room with the fireplace.
Since we first met Dawn and Paul, an illness in the family has made space and layout more important than ever.
My father's been really poorly, which was really unexpected because he's incredibly fit and healthy, really strong, wiry Yorkshireman. And because of that, we've nearly lost him. But anyways, it's going to be a long journey back, but he's been pulled through. But because of that, something that is now featuring in our minds is the need for a parent to join us at some point.
So now Dawn wants enough space for potentially 9 people. No wonder she thinks moving's the best option.
She absolutely is here to make a decision on which house to buy. I don't think she'll buy this house, but she's in it to win it. They will be moving. I'm not sure how much choice Paul has about it. This is all good news for me.
As it puts even more pressure on Mazulsop.
That'll cheer her up no end.
As Dawn and Paul's battle over their family home rages on, they have only 2 ways out of this dilemma. Love it.
Or list it.
So while Phil is trying his level best to seduce them with bigger, more expensive properties, I've inspired them to embark on an industrial-scale renovation. In fact, we're now 3 weeks into the build, and I can't wait to make a site visit. While we wanted to keep the original kitchen, we've had to remove it to work on the floors. So my homeowners are buying a new one, which means their total spend will definitely exceed the 40,000 forecast.
The kitchen itself is 6,000. We have been very, very effective at negotiation. Very.
Dawn, I have no doubt about your effective negotiations.
While it will absolutely make this house more saleable, the additional expense doesn't end there. What was supposed to be a wooden terrace will now be built from Yorkshire stone at Dawn and Paul's request, adding another £18,000 to their bottom line. But the biggest challenge is definitely this space. What was 3 rooms, 2 of them tiny, has had its open plan potential well and truly unlocked. So why, I ask, does Dawn seem so unhappy?
What is the worry?
I suppose it bears no resemblance to the house, the home that we had.
I know what you mean about the house not having anything that was a part of the original house, but you have the view.
Yeah, I love my
Which
views.
is
I do.
why one of the things that poor Phil, just remember, Phil is out there working his little fingers to the bone, trying to find something with a view like this, and I don't think it can be matched. Good luck. Exactly.
Something tells me Dawn's doubts aren't really about the design. What she's actually worried about is giving her children the best possible home.
They've had to move out of the house and they've just got on with life as they usually do. They've been little troopers, haven't they, really? And then if we came back and it was kind of like not better or it was even worse for them.
Yeah.
So I do love the idea of all 3 of them being on the same floor. They will.
And their bathroom is a very nice thing, that they share that bathroom, all their toothbrushes and all their stuff.
Clearly, if I want Dawn to love this house again, she and I need to make sure the kids love it too.
I promise you that when it is finished and furnished, you are going to be utterly, completely dazzled. I mean, it's just such a generous space.
I hope so.
I know so. But what's exciting is the fact that Dawn's obviously bought into the idea of this house remaining her home. Though, as the work continues, the mind turns to the kitchen layout and decor, something that we can all relate to. Throughout this series, we'll be peeking into beautiful rooms from across the country that we can all be inspired by. Spaces that effortlessly combine form and function. In this kitchen diner, the wooden worktops give the space a traditional farmhouse feel. An eclectic range of family pictures helps to separate the sitting room from the cooking space. This breakfast bar is a great place to gather everyone together. Meanwhile, the innovative use of natural and statement light in this Georgian kitchen accentuates its character. It's clever ideas like this that should inspire Dawn and Paul and their kitchen too. Even though they're spending big on the renovations, they needn't do the same when it comes to making their house feel like home again.
I can tell I like this place straight off the bat.
The trick is to use old objects in new ways.
The thing which they were designed to do is not necessarily the thing which we use them for these days. Do I think this is the moment to surprise Paul and Dawn with a hanging wig hook? No, I don't.
My advice, never be afraid to experiment or break the rules. Though given that family means everything to Dawn and Paul, I'm focusing my efforts on adding personality to the children's bedrooms.
T for Tyler, O for Oscar, and for the little princess Ophelia, a gilded O. How about that?
Best of all, this simple idea is relatively inexpensive. Unless, of course, you have butterfingers.
It's okay. It's okay, nothing broken.
Though I am feeling the pressure. In one corner, I have a doubting homeowner, and in the other, a very smug Phil Spencer.
I got your text.
Yes.
What makes you so sure they're going to move?
Well, because Dawn is just... she's so single-track. This is what we're doing.
Well, in which case, why is she spending over 60 grand on renovations?
Perhaps, Kirsty, to make the property more saleable.
It's time for a change. And I think Dawn realises that. Well, she absolutely does realise.
Yeah, well, it is time for a change, indeed, and a change has been made, and a change is being made. And that's why I'm really surprised that you are so convinced that Dawn is going to move, because they've spent a lot of money.
Right.
So
Well-
that's just what I'm saying on that one.
That's me told. But while the changes at Dawn and Paul's home are impressive to say the least, let's not forget the revised brief is enough space for up to 9 people. Fortunately, I found a property that more than delivers.
Very excited about today.
Good. So am I, actually.
Oh, are you? That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Mind you, I am taking something of a gamble. The house we're about to see is just 10 minutes from the town centre, but doesn't boast a view, and it's not the best spot for stargazing. But don't worry, I know exactly what I'm doing.
Something that's come out so loud and clear from you both is that the most important thing has been the kids, the family, all of you being together. And astronomy actually comes a bit second, and views actually come a bit second, if everything else works.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
I wanted to really honestly and openly set the scene before we go in, because I think once we get in, all hell's going to break loose.
Oh, is it?
Now I'm intrigued.
Paul, you're about to be a lot more than that. As this Grade 2 listed home is massive. There's 6 reception rooms, plus a breakfast kitchen. Head upstairs and you'll find 5 double bedrooms. And incredibly, it's also on budget at £550,000.
Right. Action stations.
Okay.
Lots to see, lots to explore.
In fact, there's almost 4,000 square feet.
The kitchen, the hub of the family home. This is the heart of it. And from here, there's 6 reception rooms.
Wow.
So you could have a living room each. You could have a playroom.
What are we together, not separate?
So we have a ridiculous amount of space, the perfect layout, and a few other enticements.
Wow, proper pantry.
It is, isn't it? Oh, this is nice, isn't it?
This is
Look at
gorgeous. Yes.
You're looking troubled, Dawn. What's the matter?
Not looking trouble. This is not a troubled face. This is not a troubled face.
I always get it wrong as well.
Well, Dawn's happy, but dare I ask, what does Paul think? After all, I'm guessing he still gets a say.
Hello.
How are you getting on?
I don't like you.
I love you. I do. I absolutely love you to bits.
It's a bit amazing, this place, isn't it?
A bit.
You were winding me up, weren't you?
Oh, about not liking you?
Yeah.
No, yeah, of course I was, yeah. No, it's
It
amazing.
is.
And I still have one more surprise in store.
Come this way.
No.
No. I noticed this, but I didn't know what it was.
There's a door in the wall.
There's a door in the wall.
Kidding.
Guess what's through there?
This is not a boiler room, is it?
This is not a boiler
it's
room.
me.
This is what's going to make it sing and dance.
Bloody hell. Oh, well, we're moving.
Go on, keep going.
Ah yes, this gargantuan house also comes complete with its very own 1-bedroom apartment.
Long term, this is where your parents could come and stay, could come and live. It has a separate entrance. You could even rent it out. It is completely
self-contained.
Self-contained.
Look what you've done to my wife there, look at her.
There's room for everybody.
Yeah, it's completely surpassed it here, Phil. definitely. It might even be changing my mind.
This is all just a bit too much to take on board in one go, because there's a lot. There's a lot of scope here. Didn't know whether to laugh or cry. But it's a good sign. So I'm looking forward to seeing Dawn and Paul. And the house.
Yeah, I am too.
Because today's the day Dawn and Paul answer one very pressing question.
Are you going to love it?
Or are you going to list it?
While Paul considers their house in Huddersfield to be his dream home, Dawn seems determined to sell up and move on.
We can make it work, I know we can.
You're living on cloud cuckoo land.
Well, we'll see.
You are, Paul. It's just not going to work.
But after 10 weeks of major renovation, taking them to the top of their budget,
And getting my insight into what the local property market has to offer, hopefully now they can decide once and for all whether to stay or to go. Though can I just say they did really love that third house.
Dawn cried, so...
Dawn cried,
Yeah,
yep. You make people cry a lot, Phil.
Which says I've done my
For some
job.
reason, you think it's a good thing to make people
It was
cry.
absolute tears of happiness. She was beside herself.
ah, Phil, don't you know pride comes before a fall? 2.5 months ago, Dawn and Paul's favourite arguing point was, to borrow a phrase, higgledy-piggledy and then some. Spread over 5 levels, none of the communal spaces, the bedrooms or even the bathrooms in this house were where you'd expect them to be. But now, this former rabbit warren has been utterly transformed. What's more, I've given Dawn, Paul and the kids a sneak peek.
Oh, I like that.
That's lovely.
So they can work out what to say to a disappointed Phil Spencer when he loses.
That's ace.
I like that.
That looks beautiful, doesn't it?
Because I'm confident every member of this family will love it.
Oh, look at this. Is that high five? Has Kirsty done you a really good job?
Well, I certainly try, but I want to know how the new and improved layout has influenced their big decision.
Big day, Phil.
I was down to today.
I know.
Next few minutes.
I know. You think you have it in the bag. I know you do.
I know they're going to do the right thing.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Do come in.
Oh, look at this.
I know, look at this.
While Phil has done his best to win Paul over, the person I really needed to impress was Dawn. Her dream was open plan living where the family could be together. So I took my trusty sledgehammer to their kitchen, dining room and study, transforming the 3 rooms into this. An impressive 400 square feet of family space, which I'm absolutely thrilled with, and at its centre, that brand new kitchen.
This is where the big work happened, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Big, big, impressive space. It is such a huge transformation. Everywhere I look.
Every single room has been altered.
Yeah. What's it actually like living in here now?
I love it. I think it's brilliant.
I think this works absolutely
It is.
spot on. It's warm, it's light, it's bright.
Because you come down in the morning, the kids will be sat here, and then you can sit and sort of breakfast, and everybody joins together, and it's just space. And I think by knocking the walls down and opening up, it has made it more than what it was.
Meanwhile, putting a wall back up has completely transformed what was an unused and unloved space. Now there's a proper entrance hall and, more importantly, an intimate living room that Dawn, Paul and the kids actually want to spend time in rather than just pass through.
It's just brilliant. It's lovely. It's lovely to sit in.
And we've got lights that work.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
That's fantastic.
And I love those lights.
I think I might have won Dawn over. But as well as bringing this family together, it was also my ambition to give everyone their own individual space. That meant reconfiguring the bedrooms and doing something about the fact that all of the bathrooms were on the 4th floor. Now, the former basement playroom has become both a study and a guest room, and the twins have somewhere to stay when they visit. It even has its own loo. Then on the 4th level...
And what's happened up here? So you've split these bedrooms.
I tell him what's going on and he just doesn't concentrate.
So, for the benefit of Philip Charles Spencer, my concept was turning this into the children's floor. The boys' rooms have had a serious makeover. And what was the second bathroom has become Ophelia's room, which has allowed me to turn her old bedroom into something every parent should have, their very own shower room.
And is everybody happy?
Very. Seem to be.
Very.
There are now only 2 floors on which the children need to operate. There's room for them to grow. All the rooms are big enough. And they've got their own bathroom. And you can just sail up to your room, all regal, and sail down again without having to worry about what's going on this floor at all.
Yeah, so could the next family.
Yes, exactly. So
when we first came round and we were kind of all in different rooms going, how does this work?
Yeah.
You've solved it.
Now it works.
Now it works.
As well as reconfiguring all 5 levels of this house, I've also made more of its greatest asset, the views. So what was once thin air is now a spectacular new terrace, built from Yorkshire stone and topped off with a glass balustrade, giving this family yet another space to spend time together.
Goodness me.
How nice is this?
Well, welcome to Yorkshire.
That is very smart.
Look at this view from here.
That is amazing.
Priceless, that, isn't it? Priceless.
It is priceless, Phil. Do you hear that? Priceless.
Because not only have they increased the value of this property by 75 grand, I'm betting it will absolutely fly should they choose to put it on the market. And that certainly wasn't the case before.
I'm quite blown away by this. The ability to come out and enjoy the garden and enjoy the view.
And the weather.
And the lovely weather.
That doesn't happen very often.
That's why we're enjoying it.
Like me, Dawn and Paul clearly love the transformation Kirsty's made to their home.
And in fairness, Phil, you've inspired them with some pretty incredible properties.
But what this process has always been about is helping these two to answer one question.
Are you going to love it?
Or are you going to list it?
I don't know. What do you think, love?
Oh, no.
OK, then. It has to be... Love it. Sorry.
I thought you were going to list it.
So did I.
Did you?
Yes.
Do you need a little bit of time together here?
Do we?
Come on, talk it through.
It's a very difficult decision. You know, it's not a slick thing. It's easy to ask the question slickly, but the answer is not always yes or no.
What's making their decision harder is the fact they may one day need space for Dawn's parents as well. Something that wouldn't be a problem in a property like the third house I showed them, with its 5 bedrooms, 6 reception rooms, and its 1-bed apartment.
My purpose about showing you a bunch of houses was to show you, if you listed it, what you could buy, the types of things, and to open up discussion between the two of you. But for now, I think you should concentrate on, is this the right house and its new guys to suit you for a long time?
Well, I've still got a copy of the list of the things that I felt were real kind of issues and reasons why the house wasn't working. Virtually every single one of those is being crossed off the list. So the house absolutely does work for us. I don't think it gives us our long-term future.
If we're looking for long-term, then we have to list it and we have to find somewhere else that is long-term.
I'm more confused than ever.
After 20 minutes and another pot of tea, are they any nearer a decision?
Are you going to love it?
Or are you going to list it?
We both finally agreed.
Yeah, we finally agreed. Go on.
We love the house. However, long term, it's not going to work for us in the very long term. So we're going to list it.
And thank you very much for your help.
Without a doubt, these two have made the right decision. After all, their situation has changed since Kirsty's plans were put in place. Because if Dawn's parents do live with them, then moving really is the only option. It also means Allsop's buying.
I could get used to handling a pint.
Oh, well, I could get used to you buying the drinks. Cheers.
Well, don't get used to it, because it's not going to happen again.
It might do. It might very well. You know, I'm top of my game here.
Well, the higher you climb, the further you have to fall.
Put a smile on your face.
So it's 1-0 to Spencer. You've fallen out of love with the house that once stole your heart.
I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Everything I see needs doing.
You have a domestic dilemma that's turning meal times into councils of war.
I don't feel I belong here.
There's nothing more to be said.
One of you is determined to stay.
If I'm not getting what I've got here, or why am I going to move?
I would definitely love to stay here.
The other is desperate to go.
It's just so not going to work.
It's a battle being fought up and down the country, which is why we're intervening.
With one simple question. Will you love it?
Or will you list it?
I'm heading up Team Love It, and it's my aim to convince you that the money spent on moving can be better used transforming your existing home.
Well, you know what I'm about to do. Watch me, Phil.
You're going to get the sledgehammer out.
It's all about clever redesign and spending your money wisely.
I'm really, really speechless. It's somebody's home, but it's my things in it.
While I'm captain of Team List It, showing our homeowners the benefits of moving, tempting them with dream houses that are well within their reach.
I'm going to tell you, spot on.
Actually, come on, I'm speechless.
Yes. But after 2 months of Kirsty spending their hard-earned cash on refurbishment and me tempting them to sell up, who will come out on top?
Are you going to love it?
Or are you going to list it?
Let battle commence.
Talk to the hand.
I could never...
Face ain't listening.
The face rarely listens.
For the first time ever, Kirsty and I are going head-to-head.
And with a 15-year relationship under our belts, I know just how tough this will be.
Phil has this extraordinary ability to see what people really want from their new house. He can see what they can't express.
There's no doubt about it, Kirsty is going to be very tough competition here because she loves knocking down walls. She adores changing layouts of properties, and I have to say she's very good at it.
In life, we all have to have something to strive for. I'm striving to stay one step ahead of Phil Spencer.
Kirsty's going to have to work hard, which she's not really used to. So I'm looking forward to this. Bring it on.
This week's showdown is taking place in Harlow in West Essex, one of the UK's original new towns.
I always thought Essex was super sunny. Everyone's so tan that comes from.
Looks like a rather skinny house.
No, it's a corner house. They're always bigger. Always bigger corner
Really?
houses. Yeah, they're like TARDISes.
Right, well, you heard it here first.
We're here to help postman Nigel and transport planner Emma, whose house is falling apart at the seams.
From the decor to the ceiling, to the floor. Everything I see needs doing.
Everything is very, very tired, and you just need to take that step back and see how horrendous it actually is.
In its current dilapidated condition, the house is struggling to cope with the everyday needs of this couple and their 3 growing boys, James, William and Lawrence.
Think it's William?
Good boys! Through goal! Oh, good goal, boys! Having boys, it just means I can turn them into mad football fans like I am.
It has a massive plot size of 4,700 square feet. This is more than 3.5 times the size of the Harlow average. Great news for this football-loving family.
Right, who's going in first?
I am. Me and Jane.
Less great is the mud being traipsed up their stairs and into their only bathroom, a room that has its own share of issues.
We've had a number of problems since we had it renovated when we first moved in. The ceiling suffers really badly with damp. There was a leak behind the toilet, and probably the main challenge in here is the shower. We haven't actually been able to use it for nearly a year now.
Unfortunately for the Fords, their botched bathroom fitting has had far-reaching consequences, affecting almost every other room in their home.
There's holes all over the ceiling where the water's leaked through.
So we've got all of this damage here where we had a flood. We've had lots of damp come down through the walls.
But more importantly, it has totally scared them off doing any more work to their home.
From massive things to small little things where door handles are falling off. I'm first one to hold my hand up and say I'm not the best at property maintenance or DIY.
Every time that you say, oh, can you just sort the door out? Can you just sort the lights out? And it's like, well, we've just got too much. We just can't do it. Let's move, which I am pushing back on.
It looks like this couple has split into opposing teams.
It's a good thing we've been called in to referee.
Hello.
Hello there.
You certainly
Welcome.
can.
You've got a few problems with the house.
We just need it to be more of a family home again.
Quite a bit of maintenance that I feel quite overwhelmed with.
So before we take a look around, there is one question that needs answering.
Who wants to stay and who wants to go?
There's certain parts of me that just want to wash my hands of it and start afresh.
I'm the one that can see that it's such a fantastic space.
What are the top issues off the top of your head?
The kitchen just isn't fit for purpose, as it were. Maybe I'm in here with one of the children and the others are in the front room, and it would be lovely to have a space where they can all interact. But the main thing for me is the bathroom facilities. It's really hard to get them through and clean.
Especially because we haven't got a shower at the moment.
What did that bathroom cost you?
It was 8.5, I think.
Yeah, see, that's what spooked us
Yeah.
as well into doing more major works. I mean, I'd love to have a new kitchen that we're sitting in now, but the fact we were burnt so badly on that bathroom has scared me into paying someone else to come in and
You just
possibly
don't
rip
trust
me off
anybody
again.
anymore.
It seems the Fords have reached an impasse, and if this family want to move forward, they have 2 options, both of which will cost time and money.
I've been tasked to find the Fords a spacious 4-bed property with 2 bathrooms and a decent-sized garden for those boys to let off some steam, all for around £300,000. But it won't be easy. On top of their moving budget of £300,000, the Fords will have to fork out an additional £11,000 in stamp duty, conveyancing and removal costs. And that's just to move house.
Meanwhile, I think they should forget spending all this money on moving and invest in their own home. I'm going to give them the option to stay and love it by reworking their property from top to bottom as they guide me on the type of style and decor they wish. They're going to invest £20,000 of their own money to solve their problems and hopefully make their house more sellable. Time to see the root of all their troubles. And already 3 things are springing to mind. Storage, Nigel and Emma thinking a little bit about themselves, which I think is going to be a struggle, and longevity, because those boys are going to grow. Holy Moses.
Whilst Kirsty gets acquainted with her biggest obstacle, it's time for me to meet mine. If I'm going to persuade Emma to leave this house, it looks like I have over 3,000 square foot of garden to contend with.
This is an amazing space. They must have got the biggest plot for miles around. How on earth am I going to compete with this?
This newer part of Harlow is populated predominantly by 3-beds built after the war to house the London overspill. Helping the Fords find an affordable 4-bed in this area with a garden this size is going to be an enormous challenge.
Now that really looks like work. Come on, that garden's beautiful. Nothing's needed there.
It is amazing.
Yeah,
How
come on.
are you getting on up there?
It's a disaster area.
It sounds like somebody I know.
Shut up, come on.
Tiles aren't finished.
No.
There's no extractor fan, so there's loads of mould.
Nah.
Missing panel.
The Ford's badly botched bathroom has left Nigel scared to have any work done to their property, and both of them are DIY shy. To help Nigel fall back in love with this house, I can't just rectify the problems. I'll have to overcome his fear of getting work done. But another major priority for me is tackling the layout downstairs, starting with that dated kitchen.
I've never understood. Can someone please tell me why?
Look at that joy of joys.
A, it's never warm enough in this country for a fan. And B, if you had a fan, why would you attach a light to it and lower the ceiling?
One of Emma's biggest complaints is that she feels lonely in the kitchen. So we set up cameras to find out what is exactly going on in the house.
Well, Emma's right to feel isolated. When we filmed with her, she spent 49% of the time in the kitchen, compared to the boys' 21%. It is in fact the sitting room which dominates most of their time, with a staggering 47% of their day.
So the kitchen doesn't see much of the kids, but the sitting room certainly does.
It's very boy, isn't it? It's
Heavily used.
Yeah.
3 boys knocked around. Why is this in the way? Why isn't there a blind or a curtain on the window?
There was. Someone swung off it. Look,
Yeah.
that middle bit obviously got broken.
This property has been completely worn out and is in desperate need of a massive overhaul. Whether Emma and Nigel choose to stay or go.
You want to make this house work for you and make it resellable. Now, obviously, that's what Phil wants, because he's a great believer in moving on. I'm the reverse from Phil. I would like to never, never move again, and I do everything in my power to make a house work.
Emma and Nigel bought their home 8 years ago for just over £200,000, and it's now worth £236,000. They're putting up £20,000, giving me the chance to convince them that this space can work. So I'm going to fix their bathroom, the root of so many evils. I'll make the kitchen more of a family room that everyone can enjoy, and I'll reclaim the sitting room for Nigel and Emma. If there's some change left over, I want to give Emma another bathroom option to stop her kids outgrowing the house. Lots to do, but all of this work will add value to the property, as well as making it a darn sight more saleable.
If you were to move to a new house, what would you need to find?
It needs to be done. You know, we're overwhelmed by the amount of work that perhaps needs to be done here, and that's one of the real things that's turned you off their property. The other thing that we've got to bear in mind, all the boys have got their own rooms at the moment. We wouldn't want to change that.
Emma, I think it sounds like you're ready for a new phase of life. So I think I could find you
so-
somewhere that allows you to do even more of that.
Disgrace. You are a disgrace.
We will see.
You are
I think
manipulating Emma
and
just
you're
to
not.
win.
It's going to be a good competition, this. Boys versus girls.
I can see how much potential this house has, which is why Kirsty thinks it's in the bag.
I'm in my zone.
Yeah.
I know how to sort this out.
I can see it.
I'm quite nervous about the work that Kirsty's possibly got planned for us, because I can see that being quite a lot of money.
Yeah, I've got absolute faith in Kirsty in that she's got so many ideas.
Should I put the kettle on?
It's behind you. Make ourselves at home, why not?
Yeah.
But it will be your home for a little while.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I should be out in the rain house hunting.
I'm really looking forward to going out with Phil, seeing what else is out there, comparing it to our property we've got at the moment.
You won't be house hunting, you'll be in a cafe, because there's no point in house hunting.
Might find a pub.
A pub or a park?
Park.
You said pub.
Park.
I think it's time for us to call it a day on this house.
It's a lively, happy, bubbling place, and I think it will be hard to replicate that anywhere else.
In Harlow, an otherwise happy couple are deeply divided domestically. Emma Ford loves the house they live in, but husband Nigel wants to up sticks and list it.
While Kirsty is armed with 4 weeks and £20,000 of the couple's cash to transform their home into one Nigel will love, it's my responsibility to provide Emma with an incentive to list their house by showing them spacious 4-bedders that need no work, all for £300,000.
That 300 it is going to be tough.
You're not filling me with hope.
Yeah, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but it is kind of this sort of area. It's a mainly 3-bedroom area.
I've done my research, and as houses in Emma's preferred area, Harlow, are mainly 3-beds, finding what they want there has been mission impossible. So I'm broadening our horizons. We're heading 20 miles east to a relatively new development called Flitch Green, on the outskirts of a quaint village called Little Dunmow.
So how are you feeling about it all, anyway?
If there is something better out there, I would certainly consider it.
Yeah. I've never lived anywhere longer than probably 3 or 4 years, I think. So this is the longest I've ever been in a property. And maybe, you know, I started to think about it. Am I actually getting a little bit bored of where we are?
I don't know what the statistic is nowadays, but it used to be 7 years was the average length.
Yeah.
Nigel's got the
7-year itch!
Yeah,
that's what it is!
Emma, you better be moving!
I think moving's definitely the right cure for this family. Let's hope my first option shows them exactly what their own house is lacking.
So, this row, I think, is 8 or 9 years old.
Seems quite rural around here as well. Very, very nice. So, a lot of open space.
Oh, he's good, isn't he? You're my job. Come on.
It's on the market, bang on budget, and it's ready to move in. Downstairs, there's a compact dining area, a little toilet, and a bright, open-plan modern kitchen. Moving upstairs, and there's a good-sized living room that's in great nick, another toilet, and a room that could be used as a 4th bedroom. Onto the second floor, there are 2 more bedrooms, one with an ensuite, and a family bathroom that's intact, unlike theirs. The 3rd and final floor is home to the master bedroom, perfect for a bit of peace and quiet away from the kids. I'm going to start them off in the kitchen, which is a big step up from theirs, so should excite them.
Light is the
Yeah, it's very light in
Straight
here,
away,
isn't it?
coming in,
Yes.
wow.
Yeah.
Cupboard doors that stay on, you know. All these mod cons that you're not used to.
Not used to.
They're not quite as impressed as I'd hoped.
What's going through your minds here?
Well, I think from the downstairs point of view, obviously one of the big things for me was not only just the kitchen space, but the downstairs bathroom facilities as well.
It's only got a downstairs loo, and there isn't really room for a shower.
OK.
This is in much better shape, and though they'd have to move schools now, this suits the needs of a growing family perfectly.
Your situation has suited you
Yes.
when the boys are young, brilliantly. But as they get older,
Yeah.
they'll want some independence and you'll want a bit of space. It's kind of just the natural order of things.
They will. But I do still think that there is the opportunity to do that in the property that we're at now.
She's a tough one. This house clearly isn't swaying Emma.
Nigel, how's it making you feel in this kind of condition in relation to you?
Great. Ready to move in tomorrow. Yes.
At least Nigel's on side, and even though this new location would mean the kids would have to move schools, he's still not deterred.
I don't know which way it's going to go, but I do know that Emma is actually wearing the trousers today, so maybe there's a clue.
I'm hoping this garden isn't a deal breaker, as it's nowhere near as big as theirs.
A lot of things do tick the boxes, but this, for me, unfortunately, is a massive cross.
Yeah.
OK, I wanted to show you this as an example.
Yes.
And I think we could do better than this.
Yeah. We've seen a lot here as a starting point, but it hasn't been enough to suggest that my property at the moment
And when they're just warming up, let's see something better. You asked for it, you're going to get it.
Better luck next time, Pip. The sheer amount of work that their house requires has left Nigel feeling overwhelmed.
It wouldn't be any good to just redecorate their home because it wouldn't solve the problem. What they need
is for their home to function much, much better. And that means an additional bathroom, it means storage, and it needs a fully functioning, working kitchen. But the main hurdle for me now is my £20,000 budget. Apart from their bathroom disaster, there has been very little invested in this property, and it shows. We need to discuss our options. Hope they're ready for some tough talking. I passionately believe that you should spend more than is sensible on this house. And I have never, at any point in my life, advised someone to spend more on their house than they could recoup if they sold it immediately.
That kind of speech means that we've almost got to be here, we're tied to this house for at least a decade, it
No,
seems.
it doesn't. I'm not talking about £50,000, I'm talking about £25,000. Now, I am asking Nigel and Emma to spend £5,000 that they might not recoup if they decide to list. But moving house costs money too, which can be frustrating when there's nothing to show for it, unlike the cost of a renovation. If they chose to move, Nigel and Emma would have to pay approximately £5,000 in stamp duty, just over £3,000 in agents' fees, £2,000 in conveyancing, and £800 in removal costs. That's a total of just over £11,000 in what I think is dead money. My view is that we use Nigel and Emma's savings to invest in their current home. In order to retain your house's value in the marketplace, experts recommend that homeowners spend 1% of their property price in maintenance every year. In Nigel and Emma's case, this would have amounted to almost £20,000 since they moved in. Perhaps my plans might convince Nigel. So what I have here are some solutions. Would you like to see them?
I certainly would.
I would, yes.
By knocking down the wall to their entrance, we will completely open up. And by moving back the wall between their kitchen and hall, we can create a muddy boy-friendly wet room within this stolen space. The kitchen will be opened up as we will knock out the archway which led to an area of dead space, transforming this into a large kitchen diner. Under the stairs, we will create additional storage to keep the new, bigger hall clutter-free. We will also fully renovate their sitting room and upstairs bathroom. And to help Nigel overcome his phobia of getting work done, I'm going to leave the bedrooms as his personal project. It should cost no more than £25,000 and take around 4 weeks to complete. What's your reaction to this plan?
We've certainly solved some areas, which is fantastic, but there's still areas that need work. And when this process is finished, I'm still possibly going to look at this house thinking, we still need this. There doesn't seem to be any extra light coming into this room.
We haven't got budget for
No.
I think I may have lost Nigel.
I think it's fantastic. I think it's brilliant, and all that storage under there. I mean,
My only concern is the lounge, really.
I think
that at the moment is just cosmetic, isn't it?
Yeah,
really.
I think so.
I've nailed my colours to the mast. I have said, do not move. This is the perfect house. Do the work. And what happens if I'm wrong and Phil finds them a cracking house? I'm going to mind more about that than anything else.
With a few days to mull over my plans, Nigel is a man who's not for turning.
I'm sure we could find a property that would hardly need any work at all.
But it might not do now. But again, as the kids grow older, you then start thinking about other things. But not.
So you've made your decision already that we're staying here?
Well, I do want to
think
stay.
Phil's going to show us a fantastic property, and I really do. I mean, as much. Oh yeah, I like this area as much as you do.
But I don't think any house is ever complete, full stop. So, you know...
We're not ones to do DIY. We're not ones to take on projects because we love our kids. I want to spend any time that the kids have got in the house playing board games with them, playing football in the garden.
Well, a month later, and I don't know what Emma did, but it has worked. And they've both agreed to up the budget. Nice one, Emma. So, with the kids packed off to their grandparents, the builders arrive. And work gets underway. The kitchen is gutted and widened. The living room is stripped and the skips are filling fast. All somewhat unnerving for Nigel, who is struggling to shake off his fear of their previous bathroom nightmare. And he's not alone. 100,000 people suffer at the hands of cowboy traders annually. You can protect yourself. Use personal recommendations or regulatory bodies who vet their tradesmen. Get a signed contract and don't hand over your final payment until you're satisfied with the work. I'm putting in a call to allay his fears.
Oh, hello, Kirsty. How are you?
I'm very well, how are you?
Good, yes.
Are you now heavily sedated?
Something that's been plaguing my mind.
You as a family?
Yeah, and for...
Just in your house?
That's right, and I guess we would spend the money to make the house to our liking, not just to, as you say, not just to the general market.
Work on the bathroom and downstairs wet room will soon start. It'll be worth it, Nigel, I promise.
As their house turns to rubble, I have a few weeks to find them the perfect property, which is a welcome respite for Nigel and Emma.
Emma perking up a bit in the back now.
Determined to tick more of their boxes, they've increased their budget to $350,000. So with Emma in mind, I'm taking them back to her preferred area of Harlow. This house is only a 5-minute drive to the boys' current primary school, and it's actually closer to both Emma and Nigel's workplaces. In fact, Emma could knock off half an hour of journey time every day. Surely I'm ahead.
It was quite funny. We received our local paper through the door the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And you were in it.
What did it say?
TV royalty, you were known as.
Really?
Yeah. TV property royalty.
I've always liked that paper.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope that I end up looking more like the king than a joker. The last house lacked options for a downstairs shower for Emma, and the outside space wasn't good enough for Nigel. But this one should solve those issues, and it's a Phil Spencer exclusive.
So, a bit of a treat for you here, because this isn't on the open market.
Ah, right.
You are the first people to see
Okay.
it. It's got loads of space, it's in Great Neck, and you've got parking for 3. Those are all things that you're looking to solve. So, I think we're in a positive place.
Let's go have a
Aren't we,
look.
Emma?
Yes.
Yes, well, we are.
Priced 25 grand under their new £350,000 budget, this semi offers a large living room and a modern kitchen leading to a separate dining room. There's an office come homework space and options to add a shower room for the mucky boys. Apart from that, there's no work to be done. The bedrooms are all good sizes, plus there's a family bathroom.
Nice bright walls.
But it is a kind of through kitchen.
Yeah.
It kind of develops, because through here you've got the dining room.
Oh, yes.
I'm not sure they're sold yet, though.
It's quite different.
Different? Different to theirs in that it's intact.
Ah, I thought there was some space that was hidden, yeah.
Hidden space.
Yes.
Yeah. The proportions are slightly odd, and that's the compromise where you've got this fabulous living space, but you have got quite a tiny kitchen.
Outside, a covered seating area creates a unique space within the 1,300 square foot garden. But will it compare to what they currently have?
Not quite up to your standard at home, but it's kind of half of it, isn't it?
It's about a third.
So I need a rethink on the outside space for Nigel and a bigger kitchen for Emma to keep them both motivated about moving.
The only thing going for this house above ours, I think, is that we don't have to do too much work to it.
He's coming towards me. Yay! It's working. My plan is working.
My plan's failing spectacularly. OK, fine. I know where we are.
Great.
More work to do. Come on, let's get out of here.
Back to square one.
Although she's not here, I think the work that she's doing and the vision that she's got in our house is still winning out at the moment over Phil.
Hold your horses there, Emma. I'm not finished yet. And perhaps I've saved the best for last.
There's lots going on and there's lots of decisions we're having to make really, really quickly, which is quite overwhelming at times. So it's been a roller coaster of a ride.
Obviously, I've got to take an interest in what's going on at my own home at the moment. But my feet are still firmly in the wanting to move camp.
A week into their renovation and Emma's desire to love their house has not waned. Things are moving on at a lightning pace, with a new dining area coming together and a kitchen that's ready for its units.
And although I'm struggling on the moving home front, at least Nigel still wants to list it.
As I'm obsessing over every detail and dimension, I have just discovered that I'm not the only one, and someone has been tweaking my plans. Emma has asked the builders to increase the size of her kitchen. The problem is that this will compromise space that I have set aside for their new dining area. So I'm hot-footing it to Harlow to iron things out.
It is a kitchen diner, not a kitchen. And at the moment, you are creating a kitchen. I would like the kitchen to stop here.
The challenge was with the original design, we just didn't get enough storage.
Well, I completely get it, but we cannot get away from the fact that there is not enough space to get to the table. And the whole point about all these changes is that you can seat all your family, and you're spending a lot of money and making enormous changes to your home.
Yeah.
And there's going to be one daily, very fundamental, impractical thing.
The best way to visualise how much room you'll retain once the renovation is complete is by measuring things out the old-fashioned way.
I think it's something to think about.
Yeah, definitely.
Emma and Nigel are the ones that are going to be living with this kitchen. All I can do is advise. I do worry, though, that if the space I create isn't functional, Nigel won't engage with this house and he needs to love it.
My big issue is that kitchen will be too cramped. It really will. Hello, Phil Spencer.
That Kirsty Allsop? Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm super chipper. The bathroom's going to be improving. We haven't started on it yet, but the kitchen and sitting room are looking wonderful.
It is a good house. And as I said to them, I know you'll make it look lovely. But Nigel wants a change.
I don't think he's moving anywhere.
I've got to lift my game. Anyway, take care. Safe home. Bye.
Sounds like Pip's on the ropes, but there is still a lot to do here, starting with the decor, and we should always be looking for inspiration. Over this series, I'll be showing beautiful rooms from across the country that demonstrate style and function. Strong architectural details, like the heavy moulding around the bath and the mirror, make this bathroom seem incredibly grand. I am a big fan of tongue and groove cladding or matchboarding. It feels like instant history, and it's practical too. There are so many items like these in junkyards for a fraction of what they would cost new. So I'm pleading with you to visit them. I hope Emma and Nigel will find inspiration like this for their home, but you certainly don't need to spend a fortune redecorating.
This is a big antique centre just 15 minutes from Nigel and Emma's house. Antiques is a frightening word, but what this is actually a great big warehouse with lots of different people selling lots of different things. And I have high hopes.
I guarantee you there's an Aladdin's cave of goodies like this not far from you. And when you find one, either stay in touch or visit regularly, because the stock will be constantly changing.
That says large Port Merion planter. But imagine that in a kitchen with wooden spoons and all your utensils. I think she does need a bit more. A few more feminine touches in her house might be nice. She's rather like me, overwhelmed by all those boys.
Browsing old items can be daunting, but new technology can always come in handy.
Just get your phone out and look on the internet, and you'll be able to see inspiring ideas about what people do with things like this. That is the joy of modern shopping. You can always see what have other people done with the cranberry glass jar.
Whilst browsing, I chance upon just the thing for Nigel and Emma's new dining area.
Show me the high street where you can find, for 50 quid, within 15 minutes drive of their house, a really well-made, flexible table. If I have to spend 50 quid helping them decide the layout of that kitchen, that is money well spent.
Kirsty may think she's well on the way to persuading Nigel to love their house, but I've got a feeling my next option is going to blow everything out of the water.
Well, I bet you're glad to be back on the search with me again, aren't you?
Well, it's always great to have an expert with you. Knows what they're talking about.
Oh, you flatter me. It works every time.
Yeah.
With the last house crashing and burning, I'm going to tackle Nigel's desire for open space head on.
The house is 30 seconds from here, but playground, a few woods, trees, bit of nature.
Yes, yes, looking good so far.
Perfect. Hide and seek, football on the grass, it's fantastic, yeah.
And that's just Nigel.
The only drawback is that I've had to take them to the limits of their search area. We've headed 30 miles from Harlow to Braintree, but there is an outstanding primary school a stone's throw away. As Emma is mother to 3 young boys, I'm playing to her maternal instincts.
Detached house with garage, and people are massively attracted by the school, which is just over there.
As chair of governors at my local school, it's one that we get advised to go and view and see and emulate, so it's quite a good location for you, yeah?
A positive start then. It's sitting at the top end of their budget, but the house is in superb condition. It has a good-sized sitting room, separate play area for the kids, a modern open-plan kitchen, so big brownie points, plus it has a conservatory dining room and a downstairs toilet that could accommodate a shower. The bedrooms are all good sizes, and there's both a luxury family bathroom and an ensuite.
Wow.
Very nice.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
It's a very contemporary finish, it's a very contemporary layout. I think it'd be very simple to look after.
I can see myself and my family living here, and obviously for me there's nothing to be done work-wise.
You'd have to look after it.
Yes.
Of course.
Have to maintain it. We couldn't move next time it needs doing.
It's crucial that I get Emma on side. I want to gauge how well I'm really doing.
When I first started this process, I didn't even conceive that there would be a property that I would be happy to move to. I'm now probably moving towards the 50-50 decision. So,
might be able to shout.
My work here is done. Emma's obviously been blown away by the close proximity to a great school and a blinding kitchen. And as for Nigel, well, he's just ready to move in.
I think it suits our family, it suits our way of life. So it's now over to Emma as far as I'm concerned.
No pressure.
No.
I reckon I'm still in the game here. Both sides, they're both compromising, they're discussing and they're working through their issues. I think this might go down to the wire. You never know. The final minute could be a top corner from Spencer.
But before deciding whether or not to love or list their house, they'll have to see what magic Kirsty's weaving at home.
Not on your Nelly, Phil Spencer. It's been just over 3 weeks since I began the radical remodelling to Nigel and Emma's house. Today, I've sneaked in to provide some simple flourishes that will help them appreciate their new space.
If it turns out they're loving this house and they're going to stay, I'm going to turn to Phil Spencer and say, it's the table what did it. Look at this. You know, you can guide people on these things, but at the end of the day, they're making their own choices. And that applies to the wallpaper as well. It's been chosen because the children really like buses. And I think it's really good to let children have their own choices in their bedrooms.
Phil and I have worked incredibly hard, and tomorrow they're going to see the results.
And this is the acid test. Does it function for them? Is it going to make their very busy lives easier? If it works for them, they'll stay. If it doesn't, they'll go. Simple as that.
This week we've been in Harlow with the divided Fords, whose opposing opinions brought them to a standstill. Even though their property had crumbled around them, Emma still wanted to stay.
Phil will have his work cut out trying to convince me to move. I genuinely feel that we've got a fantastic property here, and I would be surprised if we can find anything better.
Whilst Nigel was desperate to wash his hands of the property and start afresh.
To make me want to stay here, it's going to require quite a lot of radical work.
We're meeting them today to find out the answer to their big question.
Are you going to love it?
Or are you going to list it?
To help guide them to a decision, I pulled out all the stops for Team Listed, showing them 3 fantastic properties that offered them the fresh start they desperately needed.
Meanwhile, I was hard at work renovating their house by tackling their 3 main problem areas. For the past 8 years, this family of 5 have struggled to live with a single bathroom complete with broken shower, a dysfunctional kitchen, and a sitting room that had been destroyed by their boisterous family life. After just over 3 weeks of work, we gave the Fords a sneaky peek of their new house.
Ooh, wow, look.
I'm speechless.
Well, decision day at last, eh?
No, it's a big day for you,
It is
Phil.
indeed. It's a big day for me.
Yes, you know, swallowing your disappointment.
Well, they're the winners, remember.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that, Phil. I have worked my magic on this place. By removing the separate entryway, I've created more space and curbed the family's temptation to clutter. Also off this entrance, by stealing some space from their kitchen, I have managed to create a new wet room. Once the kitchen was shabby and worn out, now it's equipped with brand new modern units complete with working cupboard doors.
Well, what a transformation.
Hang on, I've got to go. This isn't our house.
I can't believe that the kitchen, which has had a great slice cut out of it, feels bigger.
Yeah. We've always used it a lot before, but it does now become that heart of the home.
The entrance always like coming into a completely different house.
It is. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a complete transformation from what we had before.
Turning the no man's land the kids co-opted into a functional diner, thanks to a practical table I found costing just 50 quid, has transformed Emma's kitchen into a flexible family room.
Now it's a completely separate space and it makes such a difference.
For nearly a year, the Fords were unable to properly use their bathroom. It had turned Nigel against his own house.
Oh my word. How much more space is in here? It's fantastic.
A clever redesign has pushed the bath and radiator back to open up the space. And we've also installed a new loo and sink. But the big question is, have we banished those bathroom demons for good?
We can completely draw a line now under what we had beforehand.
We've moved on from that bathroom. That is a thing of the past.
Yeah.
Next on my hit list was the dark and uninviting sitting room. Just over 3 weeks ago, the stifling blue walls were sapping the light and life out of the room. Now it's bright and cosy.
Wow! How amazing is that?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, looks lovely.
Lovely room.
Proper grown-up room now as well.
It is a proper grown-up room.
To stop the kids overrunning the house again, I have created a more contemporary adult space. And by removing the ping-pong table they were inventively using as a blind, we have flooded this room with light, framed by a set of stylish curtains, second-hand from Emma's mum.
Pictures on the wall.
I love the sparkly wallpaper.
Doesn't it look good?
It really
It just works.
good. It really works.
With clever use of colour and redesign of the layout, it's now a large and inviting room for Nigel and Emma to relax in.
The kitchen is going to be the more functionable family space, but the change in here has been so amazing that this is actually my favourite room.
You'll never keep it like this. I mean, it's unrealistic.
It's not unrealistic, Phil. I live in a house with people coming and going all the time. It's
With
not,
boys?
With boys. It is not unrealistic.
In fact, it was with these boys in mind that I created the downstairs wet room, purposely built to get them clean after hours spent in the garden. And because I've replaced the dead space under the stairs with cupboards, these boys won't outgrow this house anytime soon. This project has cost Nigel and Emma £28,000, but they have increased the value of their property by almost £31,000, so every penny has definitely been well spent. And aside from adding value, they have made this house 1,000,000 times more saleable.
The decisions I've had to make over the last 8 to 10 weeks, I've never made that many decisions in my life in that short space of time. And they were big decisions from kitchens to flooring to lighting to furniture.
It is a rollercoaster journey and it is about to end.
But we saw some fantastic properties on the search, didn't we?
We saw some fabulous properties, both
in Harlow and further afield.
Whilst Kirsty was busy breathing new life into their house, I wanted to show Emma and Nigel that listing really was their best option. I took them to see 3 wonderful properties in move-in condition that offered them the flexibility for their 3 growing boys.
For me, there's nothing to be done. Ready to move in tomorrow. Yes.
At the top of their budget, I even managed to find an immaculate detached house near one of the area's best schools. It was impressive enough to bring Emma over to my side.
When I first started this process, that I didn't even conceive that there would be a property that I would be happy to move to. I'm now probably moving towards the 50-50.
You were quite blown away.
It was fantastic to see what was out there.
And it really did make us think, because we didn't really think there was anything out there in our budget at all.
So, after 8 years of living in a house that wasn't working for this family, they now have the choice to make a fresh start in either a new property or this one. We've both done everything we can to convince them that staying or leaving is the best option. But ultimately, it's now up to Nigel and Emma to make that final call.
I have to ask you, are you going to love it?
Or are you going to list it?
We are going to
love it.
Love it.
It was a really close run thing. It was really tricky for us, but
I think we needed
amazing.
this process to go through to actually realise we actually had a gem here. We were sitting on a gem.
But my mission wasn't just to turn this into a home they'd love again. It was to cure Nigel of his phobia of renovations.
We've still got to finish upstairs.
But I'm not daunted by that anymore. I'm actually quite excited about those because now I can see what we can do for our money and not get scammed. I'm not scared anymore.
Well, I may have lost this time, but I really think Kirsty pulled the cat out of the bag here.
Yay!
She's provided the Fords with a fantastic future-proof home that not only fits their needs perfectly, but makes them proud enough to look after it. So, it's 1-1, and looks like my bar tab just got bigger.
At last! You never brew it yourself.
Here we go. Enjoy.
I will indeed. I will savour my triumph.
Didn't think it was going to go that way, but I'm delighted. Congratulations.
Cheers. You've fallen out of love with the house that once stole your heart.
I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Everything I see needs doing.
You have a domestic dilemma that's turning meal times into councils of war.
I don't feel I belong here.
There is nothing more to be said.
One of you is determined to stay.
If I'm not getting what I've got here, or why am I going to move?
I would definitely love to stay here.
The other is desperate to go.
It's just so not going to work.
It's a battle being fought up and down the country, which is why we're intervening.
With one simple question, will you love it?
Or will you list it?
I'm heading up Team Love It, and it's my aim to convince you that the money spent on moving can be better used transforming your existing home.
Well, you know what I'm about to do. Watch me, Phil.
You're going to get the sledgehammer out.
It's all about clever redesign and spending your money wisely.
I'm really, really speechless. It's somebody's home, but it's my things in it.
While I'm captain of Team List It, showing our homeowners the benefits of moving, tempting them with dream houses that are well within their reach.
I'm going to tell you, spot on.
Actually, I'm speechless.
Yes. But after 2 months of Kirsty spending their hard-earned cash on refurbishment and me tempting them to sell up, who will come out on top?
Are you going to love it?
Or are you going to list it?
Let battle commence.
Talk to the hand.
I could never...
Face ain't listening.
The face rarely listens.
For the first time ever, Kirsty and I are going head-to-head.
And with a 15-year relationship under our belts, I know just how tough this will be.
Phil has this extraordinary ability to see what people really want from their new house. He can see what they can't express.
There's no doubt about it, Kirsty is going to be very tough competition here because she loves knocking down walls. She adores changing layouts of properties, and I have to say she's very good at it.
In life, we all have to have something to strive for. I'm striving to stay one step ahead of Phil Spencer.
Kirsty's going to have to work hard, which she's not really used to. So I'm looking forward to this. Bring it on.
This week, our Love It or List It challenge has brought us to Bradford in West Yorkshire, an industrial city that was once the wool capital of the world.
I love
You love Bradford, don't you?
I love Bradford.
Yes.
Yeah. I love the architecture. I love the stone buildings.
I love the countryside around
Yeah, the countryside around it. I mean, all I can say, Phil, is you'll have a really good search in this neck of the woods.
We're here to meet hairdresser Michelle and her sales director partner Andrew, who've been at war over their house for the past 10 years.
Andrew and I are two teenagers that need some direction. We need somebody to actually take over and mediate.
And this is their battlefield. A bijou near 700 square feet, one-bedroomed bungalow that was Andrew's bachelor pad for 8 years before he met Michelle.
It's a comfort blanket for me. I've spent a lot of time here.
Michelle was lured into living in Andrew's house after he promised that if she sold her own home, they would eventually buy a place together.
It was only meant to be temporary. And he said, it's all right, darling, we'll move. I know it's not your house.
And I've been stringing along ever since about moving.
But that was 10 years ago, and they're still in Andrew's bachelor pad paradise.
It's always there. It's never let me down. And it's just like a comfortable chair.
My sister actually calls it the brown house because everything's just neutral in it.
Brown goes with so many things.
Including brown, brown and more brown, it seems.
I've never really bonded with the house. I don't feel like I want to put pictures up. I feel like it doesn't have a heartbeat because it doesn't flow to how we want to live.
But for Andrew, this bungalow is more than a comfortable chair. It's a home to his favourite obsession.
I've got a garage for my bike. It's me, in a nutshell, is this.
Well, it certainly isn't for Michelle, and it's the internal layout that's her primary cause for concern.
The main point is the lounge and the kitchen being separate. And I do like to be sociable and I do like to have friends round and dinner.
You get more than 2 people, basically, and it's like sardines in the sort of little hall.
And I've got my family that live at different parts of the country, so when we all get together, the whole house has to be upset.
Michelle has one grown-up son, Cale, who lives 23 miles away in Wakefield. She would love for him and his partner to stay more often, but the lack of space makes this tricky.
When the family come to stay, we actually give our bed up for them and we go in the caravan. If we did have the space more, they would be here more, definitely.
We hear you loud and clear, Michelle, and we're on our way.
Oh, nice caravan, Phil.
Very nice.
Anyone at home?
No, not today.
Aha, here we are.
Hi.
We thought
Morning.
you might be in the caravan.
No.
Good morning, nice to
Andrew,
meet you. I'm
nice to meet you.
Kirsty.
Morning, Andrew.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi. Michelle, how do you do?
Hello, welcome.
Well, this is an open and shut case. Andrew loves the house and Michelle would list it tomorrow, taking nothing with her but Andrew. Let battle commence.
Oh, so I take it that this house belonged to Andrew first?
Yes, he enticed me by saying, it's OK, we'll move and we'll find somewhere together. So we did. We looked at a few houses and he kind of like poo-pooed the idea. And I didn't really know him that well. And now when I look back, I was obviously blinded by love.
Michelle nearly got her way, with the pair putting in an offer on a new property 6 months ago. But Andrew got cold feet.
We've paid legal charges and I've been forced to go to the vendor's house and explain to him what a stupid idiot I am.
Why? Because you've changed your mind?
Yes. I'm scared.
Honestly, I'm not laughing because I feel very sorry for that couple, but I've never heard of anyone doing that, and I'm really impressed.
So that just tells Kirsty and I how much you love this house.
Good luck getting this one to move, Phil. And if I'm to get Michelle on side, I need to check this house out for myself.
Good plan. I need to see exactly what my property search is up against.
Oh, nice kitchen.
It'd be a bit small to have 2 or 3 people in it.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel confident that I can find our Love It or listers a new property that ticks everyone's boxes. I'll be armed with a budget of £300,000. But Andrew and Michelle will need to remember the added expense of £5,000 for stamp duty and around £4,500 in moving and legal costs.
All money down the drain. I reckon they should be investing this cash in this place. So they've given me a budget of up to 30 grand of their own hard-earned money, which will also add value to the house, should they be mad enough to list it.
Bathroom needs a bit of a revamp.
Yeah. Ooh, that's the biggest sofa in the world. It's a decent-sized room.
A gigantic sofa and awkward positioning have made this room feel much smaller than it actually is. And there's a vital piece of furniture missing.
Well, there's nowhere to sit at a table, which most people would wish for.
Luckily, things look brighter in the master bedroom.
This looks like it's been recently redecorated, Phil.
Where is everything?
It's tidy. It's tidy.
Yeah.
It's tidy, Kirsty, because the clothes have a room of their own.
So this is all the storage. This is where all
This is
the
a
clothes
dressing
are.
room.
Dressing room?
Well, let's see, if I didn't have any children, I'd have a dressing room. You can lead a luxury life without kids, Phil.
Yes, Kirsty, but they do have guests to consider, and without a second bedroom, they have nowhere to sleep.
This could be a prime example of underutilising some much-needed space.
Good space, but it probably doesn't get used very much.
No, it clearly doesn't get used very much.
And it's messed up second bedroom.
To put our theory to the test, we set up cameras to monitor Michelle and Andrew's movements. And unsurprisingly, they spent 57% of their day in the lounge, in comparison to a measly 3% of their time in the conservatory, even when they had family visiting for dinner.
I don't blame them at all. It's not the most inviting of spaces.
There's not much of a feminine touch in here.
Could be about struggling to stamp your identity.
Yeah.
I have that with you.
You don't struggle to stamp your identity on anyone.
That isn't actually true.
My job will be to stamp Michelle's identity onto this big boy's bachelor pad. I will be providing them with a more social layout, along with room for overnight guests and utilising the wasted space in their conservatory. I will also be encouraging a more feminine touch to the decor in a style that reflects Michelle's taste. Hopefully, I will add value to the property's £156,000 price tag and most certainly make it look a lot more saleable.
Good news for me if they list it.
Andrew, what would it take for you to move out?
Not anything less than I've got, which is quite a tall order. If I can't pull in with my caravan, park it the outside area, which is going to be the
That's
the
always what
issue.
we've come against.
Here we go. Let's get started.
I'm going to give Phil a sporting chance, and I
Good.
told him so.
I'll admit it.
What?
That is difficult.
He's very, very wedded to this house.
Yeah.
Doesn't actually want much more.
I've never heard you talk this much about moving.
Phil and Kirsty haven't been here. It's a game changer.
Yeah.
Well, that's what this is all about.
It's nice that you've got a positive attitude, Phil. Because if someone made me the loser every time, I would be
You
cross.
wait. You wait.
It's war in West Yorkshire. For the past 10 years, sales director and professional Yorkshireman Andrew has refused to move out of his old bachelor pad.
It's my most comfortable place in my life.
But his partner, Michelle, has never really bonded with a bungalow since she moved in on, and I quote, a temporary basis 10 whole years ago, and is craving more than simply bricks and mortar.
I think I'm just looking for a home with a heartbeat, and this doesn't feel like a home to me.
And that's where we come in. I have been armed with £30,000 of Michelle and Andrew's money, and I have up to 4 weeks to renovate their house so that they will love it.
There are about 3 or 4 ways you could alter this house to make it one where you used every square foot.
Whilst I'm going to try and lure them away from the house they've outgrown and show them an array of fabulous properties well within their reach, because I'm convinced that listing and selling up is the best option.
Are you feeling a bit nervous that I might actually show you something that you like?
That is the biggest worry I have at this moment in time.
I've never been on a house search before where someone's desperately hoping I'm going to cock it up.
Yes.
It's not going to happen.
Michelle's counting on me to show Andrew something special, and I think this is a beauty of a bungalow. It's only a 6-minute drive away from their current property and provides them with everything they've asked for.
This house in Bingley, I thought it was spot on as an area. Michelle, you can walk down to the cafes and the shops and the community and the life, and yet, Andrew, you're kind of on the outskirts of it.
Yeah.
On the market for close to bang on their budget of $300,000, this bungalow is almost double the square footage of their current house. It has plenty of bedrooms for visiting family, the open plan aspect Michelle asked for, and tinkering room for Andrew and his bikes. Plus, it's actually closer to both their works and Michelle's son in Wakefield. There is a chink in my property armour as it has no space for their caravan, but I found a suitable site for it within walking distance from the property. And after showing it to a sceptical Andrew, he's promised to keep an open mind.
So how's that for a setting?
The setting is lovely.
180-degree views.
180-mile-an-hour road going down the front of it.
Is it? Is it a fast road?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I couldn't live on this road. The open-mindedness I brought is properly closed off already, I'm afraid.
I knew it would be a tough ask getting Andrew to open his mind to moving, but I'm surprised how quickly he's found fault.
If you brought anybody but me up here with that view, it would be a real wow factor, but it's me, and the view is just no interest to me, which is quite disheartening for you, really, isn't it?
That is quite disheartening, yes.
To Michelle's and my frustration, it seems a somewhat stubborn Andrew has already made up his mind.
It's not somewhere I would move to.
I'm not saying that I want you to buy this house. I want to have a look
What is the point in looking round and...
But Andrew, you need to look to know what you don't want as well as what you do want.
Okay.
That's the whole thing about looking for houses. You've never looked at houses with me, you've looked at one.
Michelle's right, but after further exploration and even a glimmer of positivity...
I quite like bedroom or kitchen, close to the fridge.
Andrew's still not budging.
Wow.
It's a bathroom of gargantuan proportions, but unfortunately, it's just not attached to a house that I want to live in. The interior is still secondary to the exterior for me.
So going forward, I need to focus on quieter streets and make sure the caravan is kept close at all times. At least I have Michelle on side.
It's only the fact that it's on a main road and your caravan's not here.
Yeah.
So that's I think that's a pretty good thing that he's found for us. He's got us, it's got what we want, but just not everything that you want.
Yeah, which again is probably going to be the issue further down the line.
Better check in with Mazulsop.
Well, I am indeed, Phil, because after spending some time in this bungalow and after careful consideration of the layout, I know I can give this house the heartbeat Michelle wants.
This isn't complicated. I don't care if Phil shows them Buckingham Palace. Andrew is not on the move. And if Michelle wants to be happy, she's going to have to alter the house, and I'm going to have to help her do this.
And I know exactly where to start, by showing them the drawings of a clever pixie I know.
We are right now in your potential dining room. What we're doing is taking down that wall. Andrew's in here, chefing his little heart out. You would be able to chat back and forward very happily.
Yeah. I'll be removing the wall between the kitchen and the sitting room to create a large open-plan kitchen living area. The kitchen will be refreshed, as will the decor throughout. And a new bathroom suite will be installed. Replacing this wall to the bedroom with sliding doors will create a multifunctional space. A sitting room for Michelle and Andrew that becomes a bedroom for guests. Finally, I am hoping that by insulating their conservatory, this space will be transformed into their new master bedroom.
This excites me, that the bedroom at the back. I never even dreamed of that happening.
Yeah, I mean, to me, on paper, it's a really workable solution. Obviously, depending on the cost and how much you're going to spend, because this is going to be the real deal breaker for me.
It's going to be our challenge, but we can meet that challenge.
The cost to renovate their kitchen, bathroom and to knock through their sitting room wall will be £22,500. That leaves me £7,500 out of their 30 grand budget to work on their conservatory and master bedroom, if I can get it done for that price. But I also want to remind them that by staying put, they are ultimately saving money, because they'll be looking at around £5,000 in stamp duty and £2,500 in agents' fees, £1,500 in conveyancing costs and £350 in removal charges. A grand total of £9,350, a frustrating expense that I am sure will be added to Andrew's reasons for staying put. This should be music to his ears.
That money you're going to have to spend if you decide to sell this house. But if you don't decide to sell this house, that's money that you're saving.
I'm positive that after living for 10 years in Andrew's bachelor pad, Michelle will love their house. And after seeing her reaction to my plans, I'm pretty upbeat about the task ahead.
Hiya, I've cracked it.
Right. How's Michelle feeling about it?
Positive, she likes what I've done with her house.
Does she? Does
Yeah.
she? I'm absolutely dead set that I can find them the right accommodation, the right layout within the budget. But will it be enough to convince Andrew out of here? All in a day's work, eh?
Yeah. Although we could get another job.
No, I quite enjoy this one.
Three days later, with Andrew and Michelle happy to move ahead with my plans, Michelle wastes no time in packing up the house.
I don't think I've ever been in these drawers for such a long time.
And she's contemplating the prospect of change after a decade of living in limbo.
I feel excited that something is eventually happening now. I think I've not had the balls to stand up to Andrew. I think I should have done that an awful long time ago, but I kept believing that we are going to move and it will take time, and that's where we're going to end up.
This intervention is starting to pay off. I've got 4 weeks and up to £30,000 to give Michelle a house with a heartbeat. It's quite a task, but I'm determined to give her the bright, open-plan house she has dreamed of.
Although Michelle is relishing the changes, the realisation of having his beloved home ripped up is making Andrew anxious.
It's been a lot less fun than I anticipated. The house is genuinely like an old pair of slippers, and they've been shredded. It's just like an alien place. I don't want to be here. Obviously, because there's nothing here, there's no kitchen, there's no bathroom. I would prefer prison, really, because they've got Sky TV, haven't they?
Can be sorted.
Yeah.
This is one of the toughest parts of any build. Seeing the contents of your house lying in a skip can be heartbreaking. I need Andrew to hold his nerve, and for Phil's properties to continue failing to wow.
I may have failed to impress with my first house, but I'm back on fighting form with my next one. And surely anything I show them has to be better than what they're living in now.
Are you spending time in the caravan?
Well, quite a bit of time, yeah. We had a shower in there this morning.
Yeah, breakfast.
You must be bored of it by now. You must be looking forward to something new and exciting.
Yeah, I'm still liking my caravan a bit, I have to say.
Phil could find me a house and you could just live in your caravan, Andrew.
The last house failed to tick all of Andrew's boxes, so for my next property, his needs are my priority. The house is just outside the village of Denholm and priced at £285,000, 15 grand under budget. It has all the outside space Andrew could need for cars, bikes and caravans, and it's even in a peaceful setting.
I'm excited. This is me being excited. Yeah, what? I mean, it's fabulous. Double settling, don't get any better than that, really.
Caravan storage?
I'm worried now, Phil. I'm really, really worried.
And a garden.
Wow, you've really upped your game pressing Andrew's buttons, haven't you?
Come on!
There.
My cunning plan has worked, and the interior should suit his taste too. As I'm gathering, there must be a lot of Andrew-friendly brown furniture shops in Bradford. Now, that's not all. This property gives Michelle the open-plan living she craves, and it has 4 bedrooms.
Feels really friendly.
Does feel nice.
Usable
Yeah.
space.
It's pretty
And it must
spot
have filled your heart
Yeah.
with joy that he was smiling outside.
Yes.
I don't often see that excited face.
No,
But long may it continue.
Yeah.
Yes,
Come on.
let's go on.
Here's me just trying to get Andrew to consider the idea of moving, and instead, I may well have found him his dream home.
What is it they say? First 20 seconds seeing a house is basically you're sold on it.
Oddly enough, that's something that Kirsty says herself.
Oh, really?
She has an 11-second rule.
Yeah, 4 seconds for me, to be honest.
Beat that, Kirstles.
Yeah, perfect. Nothing to do. Lovely.
I told you he'd be able to find us somewhere.
I didn't think he'd pull the rabbit out of the hat quite so efficiently.
It's got to be a
Damn that Phil.
Just doing my job, Andrew.
I actually just think Michelle's managing him very cleverly. She's allowing him to be the decisive one and the positive one. She's just letting him lead it. It's fascinating.
Very similar to how I manage a certain someone else.
I've gone from, yeah, let's get through this, to where can we save money at home to make this a reality.
Yeah. This house is that good.
This house is that good. I woke up this morning and I wasn't moving. So I need to come to terms, am I now moving? I may very well be.
I think having the professionals here has made Andrew sit up and take stock and realise that he can't put it off any longer.
I'm slightly missing the old place, just for the comfort and familiarity. It's my old teddy bear that I'm never going to see again.
We're in Bradford, where couple Andrew and Michelle are at loggerheads over their bland bungalow. Michelle is desperate to list this property, having never felt at home here, and she's tasked me with the challenge of prizing Andrew away from his beloved old bachelor pad once and for all.
Andrew, you need to look to know what you don't want as well as what you do want.
Okay.
That's the whole thing.
Meanwhile, it's my mission to help this pair reconnect with their current house as I oversee a renovation in a bid to solve their property problems. My plans will take over 3 weeks to complete, but my timing couldn't be worse. It has forced the pair into living in their caravan in one of the coldest months of the year.
Look at that.
Is the heating on? Nice and
Palace,
warm.
palatial.
And to make matters worse, their builder, Kelvin, has hit upon a costly problem. To save this couple cash, I wanted to keep the original kitchen base units, but it's not to be.
The problem is the worktops are glued to the base units with expanding glue, so we can't take the worktops out without destroying the base units.
Which means a whole new kitchen, an added expense no one wanted. And the rising costs don't stop there. The builders have also uncovered major problems lurking behind the units with dodgy plumbing and dangerous electrics. Like the best of us, electrics age. So it's recommended getting them tested by a registered electrician at least every 10 years. It's all going on, so time for a site visit.
How did it feel when you discovered that you had to rip out your existing kitchen?
When it started to take the worktops off and then the bottom cabinets began to crack, I kind of like, carry on, Kelvin, carry on, keep going.
There's no place quite like home.
I know, Andrew, I know, but it's going to look amazing. And also, if you can make it nice enough for Michelle, you won't have to move.
Bonus.
The spend on this project has gone up because the kitchen that we thought we could reuse wasn't properly fitted in the first place. That kind of thing is really unforeseen. It's not until you start doing the work that you can see the quality of the previous work.
And that's not all. Further investigation has shown that the idea of transforming the conservatory into a bedroom by insulating the walls and roof just won't work. The entire structure would need to be rebuilt as a single-storey extension, which, alongside my other plans for their current bedroom, would have added another £45,000. Computer says, However, with such a slimmed-down project, the pressure to impress is now greater than ever, and a brand new spanking kitchen can only help to drag this outdated bungalow into the 21st century. So I've sent them off to pick out the kitchen themselves. And surprisingly, Andrew's branching out from brown.
That's quite a good colour.
For the whole kitchen?
I'm full of surprises.
Yeah, that's nice. With a two-tone effect.
So Michelle has made her opinion known, but will Andrew agree?
I'm happy with the two-tone.
And the grey and white one?
Yeah, or something complementing for two-tone. I'm happier now we've had a look at some designs. I'm happier getting an idea of what you're wanting. So, yeah, a successful morning's viewing, I'd say.
Yeah, and the fact that if we do move, somebody else will like that kitchen as well. Got to bear in mind,
it's a contemporary-looking kitchen.
A good kitchen is an investment, whether loving or listing. The average cost is around £6,500, but it should add value, as I'm convinced it's the most important room for buyers. Make sure it's clean, though, because dirty kitchens and bathrooms are the biggest turn-off.
I was secretly excited that the kitchen had to come out, because I did want to see a shiny new kitchen.
Well, at least Michelle is happy despite the added expense. Although I am slightly worried that my simplified plan will be a feather in Mr. Spencer's hat.
Buongiorno, signor.
How about that?
Oh.
Perfect timing. How's the work going?
Good. They're not doing as much as I want them to do. They won't let me anywhere near the conservatory, but no.
Oh, that's a shame.
He has kept the budget to an absolute minimum.
Yeah. But I might have shown something that was really beautiful.
Right.
But it was quite a lot more money.
Well, we'll
see.
see.
Spend it.
We will see.
Despite the scaling back of our plan, this ambitious project is rattling along and our minds turn to decor. It's vital that Michelle gets a sitting room with a cosy but spacious feel. When it comes to a snug or small sitting room, be careful of using dark colours. It can work, as we see here, and sometimes it's stylish and elegant. But the neutral tones of this room create a light and airy look, with the accessories providing the colour and texture. And I love a window seat, anywhere. Rule of thumb, your sitting room should seat as many people as your dining table can. I've got plenty more clever ways to make Michelle and Andrew's home sing without spending mega money.
It's no secret that I think second-hand is best. I don't believe in fashion and furniture. I believe in fashioning furniture, making anything look like you want it to.
New and modern may be Michelle and Andrew's usual cup of tea, but I want to show them that opting for the old is no bad thing.
Michelle and Andrew need a small table in their sitting room, which they can pull out and use as a dining table.
I'm looking for 130 sems to go in the alcove. That would comfortably seat 4 people, wouldn't it?
Darkwood may still be out of fashion, but it's so easy to change. Just sand down, then start with a primer, or use chalk paint, then add your colour. Spray paints can help you get into tricky areas easily, but it will need a few coats to give it an even finish.
There's a sign somewhere which it said something like, the price depends on the attitude of the buyer. And I think that is a very good tip.
The table's priced at £110, but my incredible charm has got me 20 quid off.
Oh, really? I'm thrilled. Thank you very much. That's a done deal.
Lovely.
Fantastic.
Now I just need to paint the table the right colour to suit Andrew and Michelle's taste.
Meanwhile, I'm still trying to convince Andrew and Michelle that their best bet is to up sticks and move on.
So, Phil, you can't possibly excel yourself any more than you already have.
Any message to Kirsty?
Hiya, Kirsty. Loser.
I love you so much.
I also love the fact that moving seems to be a real possibility now in Andrew's mind. I found a big bungalow 6 miles from where they live, close to the village of Oakworth.
Top of the cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
So I didn't want too many people driving past you. Even better, it's got a caravan on the drive.
But it'd be interesting reversing a caravan into there when you've got people parked by.
I can always rely on you to find a negative.
Absolutely, you know, if it's there, I'll sniff it out like a bloodhound.
Whilst the last property really helped cement what Andrew's requirements are in a new house, it's not just him that I need to please. Inside, this bungalow has some excellent open-plan areas that Michelle should love, and there's plenty of accommodation for visiting family. But I am pushing their budget here to show them what £325,000 could get them.
It's quite large, but
The ceiling feels like it's really low.
dark and constrained, isn't it?
I feel like I'm in my great-grandma's front room.
I'm surprised that Michelle isn't more taken with this one.
Well, it's not that I don't like it, it just doesn't feel right.
Doesn't feel like home, does it?
No.
But if, in comparison, it helps them see just how fantastic property number 2 is, then that can only be a good thing.
Do we want to pay so much money for a bigger house that we didn't really want?
And it makes the barn conversion look incredibly good value for money.
It really does.
All I'm trying to do is open their eyes to moving. So their eyes are wide open now.
While you've been dancing around the Dales, Mr. Spencer, I've been busy remodelling Andrew and Michelle's bungalow. They wanted a home with a heartbeat that was perfect for entertaining. 1 month and 25 grand later, the transformation is almost complete. And look, spot the difference. Bought for just £90 and painted a fresh white, my gift to them will fit perfectly within the style of the new room.
They're not going anywhere. I'll bet my bottom dollar on that.
We're back on the road heading to Bradford for Michelle and Andrew's big decision day.
There was always a lot of sort of tough talk from Andrew.
Yeah.
Actually, I think he is a real softie deep down, and I think she won't ever do something he doesn't want to do.
They're a lovely couple.
Well, one of them will have to make a compromise, because today's the day Michelle Rattican and Andrew Baker will finally have to answer that pressing question.
Are you going to love it?
Or are you going to list it?
Michelle moved into Andrew's bungalow 10 years ago on the promise they would buy their own home together shortly after.
Little did she realise that she was moving into Andrew's eternal bachelor pad, and he had no intention of leaving.
Mine sold easy, and he said, it's all right, darling, we'll move from, you know, I know it's not your house.
And I've been stringing along ever since about moving.
But now I'm in Michelle's corner. She's ready to fight for a change.
I've not had the balls to stand up to Andrew. I think I should have done that an awful long time ago.
And is desperate to buy a house that suits them both.
She loves me, she doesn't love the house. Hey, what can I say?
Love me.
In your face, house.
After 3.5 weeks of hard work and a lot of property therapy.
And after I showed them some stunning alternatives on the market.
You've really upped your game pressing Andrew's buttons, haven't you?
Come on!
Hopefully, Andrew and Michelle have weighed up all their options and can make their final decision. Will they love it or will they list it? I have to say, I'm quietly confident which way this couple will go.
So the fact that you found a house which you're so convinced he likes means there's every likelihood that they will move.
Well, because she wants to.
Because she wants to, and it was all about finding the right house for him.
Yeah.
Four weeks ago, this beige bungalow was plagued by outdated decor and a claustrophobic layout. Now, the kitchen and sitting room have been united to form a light, spacious social area combined with a shiny new kitchen. And that's not all. Where once stood a dated bathroom, now stands a luxurious, bright designer suite that screams decadence. I can't wait to see Michelle and Andrew's reaction to these massive changes to their home. We gave them a few days head start to enjoy the transformation, You can't make a decision like this too quickly, especially with Spencer breathing down your neck.
I'm really, really speechless. It just actually look, the feel it's somebody's home, but it's my things in it. Oh, yay!
God, look at me, I'm like thin and young.
So they clearly love what I've done.
But will it be enough, Kirsty?
It's a sunny day, Phil.
Sunny day to make big decisions. Come on, Andrew, you can do it.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning, good morning.
How are you?
Good form, thank you.
Good.
This kitchen's two-tone effect adds colour whilst the reflective surfaces bounce the light back, and the clever curved cupboards are just right for the space. Nice choice, guys.
It's actually exactly the same size, but I think it just feels wider.
But a new kitchen is just the beginning.
Come on through, Phil. No, please note through.
Yes, through. Through the wall that is no longer a
The
wall.
wall that is no longer.
The old layout was making this house feel cramped, so out came my trusty sledgehammer and down came the wall.
It's good.
It's convivial. As soon as you get home, you're communicating. It's a convivial space.
Yes.
You can do different things at the same time.
It's lovely.
I'm glad they like it, and I hope my gift of a reconditioned dining table has brought them together at mealtimes.
It's lovely to be able to sit down and eat together regularly.
Bless. He's such a smoothie.
He is, totally.
I'm hugely impressed, I've got to say.
Excellent.
Because when I was here, it was kind of a brown blokey's pad.
Yes.
And it just feels much more together now.
Absolutely.
And there's a surprise for Kirsty.
Oh, now, here, I just have to explain. This is upcycling the Kirsty way. That is upcycling the Baker Rattigan way.
Now that is lovely.
My friend knew I'd liked that chair for a long time.
Yeah.
Andrew wasn't sure. He was kind of like, it's a bit old, sweetie. It's a bit old.
Change is not my best point.
You don't say, Andrew. But joking aside, this seemingly small change is actually a significant step forward for Michelle.
And that chair is just exactly what I'd just thrilled to see here. It's you. This is your home, Michelle. Not just Andrew's home. Cover up his eyes. It's your home. And you like the chair as well, though.
You didn't agree
It
at
was
first.
free. How could I not like it? Kirsty?
All the best things
How could I
are
not
free.
like it? Yeah, absolutely.
Even frugal Yorkshireman Andrew is coping with the banished browns and has embraced the new bright white walls.
The lights hardly go on, whereas before they were permanently on. That's the
Am
big...
I saving you money, Andrew?
You're saving me money,
Oh,
Kirsty.
that's really exciting to hear. That's one tick in my box, Phil Spencer.
That is true.
And another tick is the guest accommodation. Before, when guests came to stay, they were banished outside to the caravan. But now they have a place to stay indoors on the stylish sofa bed.
It's brilliant, because it comes out so quick.
Yeah.
And you
And
get,
they're actually
you get 4 people watching telly.
I quite like
Go on, sit down, you two. Yes. Oh. Look at Andrew, all stiff. He's not laying back with the rest of us.
OK, then.
Put the telly on.
There we go.
There we are.
This is probably our Saturday
Team
night.
sofa.
There's no time for putting your feet up, Spencer. I want to show off the luxurious bathroom Michelle craved with its added vava room.
The spa bath is the star of the show.
That's my favourite room.
And it fits too perfectly.
Does it just?
Yes.
Excellent.
My original plan to make the conservatory a master bedroom was scuppered by the budget. So this is still a work in progress for Andrew and Michelle. But should they choose to stay, they still have the option of investing in this space in the future. And by not doing this work, they've kept well within their 30 grand budget by spending just under £25,000.
That's great news, Kirsty, but I think that the second house I showed was always going to be a tough one to beat. Andrew said that within 4 seconds of stepping into that property, that it could be the house for him. It completely transformed his whole attitude to moving, which was no mean feat. On top of that, the house gave Michelle all the open-plan living and space she's dreamt of.
Well, sitting here today, that barn conversion is still available. It's on the market. Beautiful house, suits you down to the ground. It completely blew you away.
Yeah.
And it still has. It's still a cracking house.
How difficult has it been to come to this decision?
Yes, it has been difficult to come to this decision.
Have you reached a decision?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you going to love it?
Or are you going to list it?
I'm really surprised you found the house for us that we both absolutely loved.
It's a good shout, Phil.
I know you want a clear-cut answer.
We are going to love it. Sorry, Phil. I'm so sorry. I can't really believe I'm saying it, but I am. It's just such a huge change. And at this point in time, right now, we do love it.
Spending all our money on the lovely house, all the facilities that we had, just didn't seem important after this journey.
Actually, finding you such a cracking house and taking you to see those houses was as much a contributor to what you're feeling now as anything that I've done.
What it has done, this whole journey, and with the help that you guys have given us, you've helped me get rid of 10 years of what I now look back on as angst, really. But it really ain't about the moving, it's about us agreeing and coming together, which we, surprisingly to me, we have on this.
Making compromise. You know, it's not just a house, it's making sure the relationship is strong enough to go forward, because, you know, we've been together 10 years. It's not a small period of time, and it's quite a popular time for things to sort of going pop.
Well, you're saying that. I felt the same about why should I put you through that pressure of affecting you so emotionally about moving when we've got already what we wanted. I
don't perform unless I'm given some pressure or a target or a stick to chase. That's how I am and how I will often be. Through this journey, I've seen a different part of me. I've seen sort of a part that I'm sort of a bit embarrassed about, oh, it's a brown house, it's my favourite slippers. I'm a bit embarrassed about that part of a grown-up fella not wanting to sort of make a home for his soulmate. And, you know, I've really got up my game with Michelle because she deserves more.
I have, at this moment in time, deleted all the apps relating to house finding from my phone.
Yes!
I have.
Look at Kirsty's face.
I no
She's
longer
good
get
to me.
alerts on my phone when a new house has come up on the market.
I might have lost out to Kirsty, but with an outcome like this, it's a win-win situation for everyone.
Well, I think it's a happy end.
Yes.
It's a very, very happy end.
I'm really pleased for you both.
We do like to thank you for your time and effort, because I'm sure
we've enjoyed it.
It has been a great pleasure. And more than I can say, a great pleasure.
I guess you've already been told that you need to have therapists, don't you, to your...
It has been mentioned.
Long list
it has been
of
mentioned.
business cards.
Despite his defeat, you can see that Pip is celebrating too, because that's a victory for Team Love It in all the best ways.
When Phil showed us, in effect, the perfect house, the barn conversion, if we'd have been asked to make that decision at that point, I would have actually said, let's list it.
Yeah. I think I would have supported you too.
Listen, I'll be completely honest, I really thought you had me this time. I really did. I thought they were out of there, and how.
Now I don't feel like I need to move because we've got everything we were looking for. I haven't had to compromise on anything. I haven't had to back down. It's been my decision to actually stay.
You know, they're happy and they're both wanting the same thing finally, which is actually what this is all about. Well, cheers.
Here's to happy couples.
That's what it's all about.
So, it's 2-1 to Kirsty.